You raised some money in August, just under $1 million. What next?
We got $1.5 million in the bank, plus the 62% of Baselode, which is 11, 12 million bucks, whatever that is. What's the plan? Really, it's about a drill program. We've got a 20,000 meter drill program planned within QC Copper. Obviously, our cash is not sufficient to execute upon that plan. There's currently right now there's a COVID situation that's flared up in Quebec, and that sort of prohibited us from moving any drilling forward earlier in the year because Quebec is particularly cautious. So we don't really know when we can go back out there in the field, but when we are able to call it on a health and safety basis, we know exactly what we're going to do. We will be looking to increase our cash treasury because I probably need between $3.5 to $4 million totally complete our our economics and our engineering on this project. So we got to drill out the Springer. We got about 13,000 meters there, which we suspect will give us our in-pit resource plus our PEA. And then we got to do the exact same thing for the Perry, which was a second mine right next door that we haven't even poked a hole in. We have the data, so it's the same story, the Springer as is the Perry. And so we have the potential to grow even more beyond that. And then earlier in the year, we acquired the Robitaille, which was the third mine of the Opemiska operated under Falconbridge, and the fourth mine is called the Cook. And the Cook is a gold mine. And the Cook produced 300,000 ounces at 5 grams per ton, and it's right there. So we've got these 4 mines that are very proximate to each other. And then additionally, we acquired 13,000 hectares worth of land on the Gwillim Fault, which is the regional mineralization controlling structure there, which gives us upside. We're in the Chibougamau camp of Quebec. It's certainly in Eastern Canada. It's the most interesting copper gold camp there. So we've got a clear plan to delineate an open pit deposit on these 4 mines, and then we've got the optionality for discovery on this land package on the fault. So I think we've got a very clear plan. It's just a function of cost of capital, which I'm very, very cautious about. And but we'll be moving the project forward, certainly telling the story, and then moving it forward technically when we can.
Okay. I want to come back to I know you did say it's not necessarily very liquid, but you've got 63% of Baselode, right? Is that a serious consideration to sell shares from that to finance QC Copper and Gold?
Well, of course, we're not just holding on to it because we like the look of the paper. It's the question of when. So I would say right now I'm being patient. Am I liquidating it right now? No, I'm not. I don't view it as cash. When there's sort of and I wear 2 hats. I mean, I'm obviously associated with Baselode, and I'm not going to sort of rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. I think it's early days in the story of Baselode. I mean, think about the optionality. James is a very reputable guy. He's solid. He's got great ideas. If he is successful, in proving his thesis, because he's got his own thesis in the Athabasca, not too dissimilar to the thesis we have on our Opemiska. If he's right, that 62% is game-changing for QC Copper and Gold. Okay, so could we liquidate it and put money in our treasury now? Maybe, but as I said, it's not all that liquid. But if we are right, then QC is a totally different scenario. So it's a bit of optionality, and I will note that to get that 62%, we sold an asset called the Man Mine. It's a quality asset, which is now 100% owned by Baselode, but we sold it at about $1 million valuation. We've turned it into $10 million in paper. So, I mean, we took nothing and turned it into something in a sense because QC wasn't focused on that project at all.
I was just wondering how nervous I should be if I'm a Baselode shareholder that you're going to suddenly dump a lot of stock into the marketplace, because it probably does need a little bit of liquidity. One shareholder and 62%.
Okay. We're talking short term? Absolutely not. I'm going to let Baselode's 4 or 5 months old. We're going to let it get its legs. Absolutely. I'm a significant shareholder in Baselode, so I wear 2 hats. I am all else equal. I'm a buyer, not a seller, and in both.